If you've been following the crypto markets, you might have heard people say that meme coins are dead. However, I don't think this is true, so I'm going to show you 4 trending meme coins and also give my opinion on the current market state with Bitcoin and Ethereum. The first coin we're going to look at is Billy the Dog meme coin on Solana, which is currently sitting at around 60 million market cap. So Billy is the cute dog that you see in the thumbnail of this video. As you can see, the vibes of Billy are very similar to Dog with Hat, which was one of the main, if not the main meme coin runner of the past year or so. One of the things I remember when Dog with Hat first ran is the memeability of people using the Dog with Hat face but changing the hat or adding stuff to the meme. And I've already noticed that happening in my existing Telegram channels and also the main Telegram channel for Billy. So you can see here, even things like all these sticker packs, it may not seem like much, but over time people start to use this in loads and loads of groups, which helps to spread the coin. And I think you can see with the number of holders already, so this coin has only been around for 4 to 5 days, but it already has 11,500 holders, which is pretty good for a 4-day coin, which I think is how it ran to 60 million. So the main thing I've seen people spam in chats is Billy to a Billy for 1 billion. Now I don't think it can go that high at the moment because the market overall is kind of shaky, but it's going to be an interesting coin to track, I think. So like I said, Billy is around roughly 60 million market cap. So let's compare it to other dog meme coins. 60 million would have it around here, the Doge NFT, which I've never heard of. AO Doge, Benji I've heard, but I don't think they have the current mind share. And when I talk about mind share, I mean they're coins from the cycle that are older, and we always want to trade newer coins that have the most attention, have the most volume. So it's around 60 million market cap already. I think a good target would be at least a 2x and aim towards Myro, which has been around. Myro has been around for a while, but I don't see anyone talking about it. Same with Baby Doge, Corgi AI. That might be too high of a target right now, but I don't see why it couldn't get to Baby Doge level, Myro level. So I also want to look at the chart technically and tell you what I see. So anyone who trades meme coins know that the new ones, they tend to have their 60 or 70% dips very early on. So we can see here Billy had one 70% dip already, then it recently had another, let's say 60% dip, and both times the dips have been bought up and it's made a new high, and again it's gone 60% and it looks like it's heading towards a new high. So you can see the current trend is just there's a higher lows everywhere, which just suggests it's going to keep going up, and we like to follow the trend. So hopefully you can start pushing towards the levels I talked about compared to the other dog coins. And I always like to use RSI whenever I trade. So you can see when the RSI is green, that means it's above the 50 level. And for me, when the coin's above the 50 level, it's bullish and it's uptrending. And when it's red, for me, that means it's downtrending. So we can see it's gone green again, and the RSI is making highs that we expect it to push up as well to the higher levels of RSI, which can hopefully push the price up as well. So if you look on CoinGecko, you can see that on Radium, which is the Solana DEX, it has around 26 million volume, which for a 60 million market cap coin is pretty crazy. We would expect to see centralized exchanges starting to list Billy if it starts to get more attention. and when a coin starts to get more listings, that's when they start to tend to run higher and higher. During the recent market highs, we saw Pepe run to around $7 billion market cap, which for a meme coin is pretty impressive. But do you know the background story to Pepe and the other characters surrounding the original Pepe Boys Club story? And by story I meant comic stories. So here is Pepe, the green guy. The other main characters in the original Pepe Boys Club were Andy, Brett, Landwolf, and of course Pepe. So there's been coins for Andy, Brett, and Pepe, and only recently has the Landwolf coin started to run. First, I'll show you. You can see Andy is still around 200 million market cap. Of course, Brett on the base chain. What was the peak for Brett so far? 1.8 billion. So just from the Boys Club, the Pepe Boys Club alone, you have a 7 billion market cap runner, a 1.8 billion market cap runner, and Andy at its peak ran to 300 million as well. So let's see how Landwolf is doing in comparison. So the coin's only been out for just over 1 week, and he already hit nearly 250 million market cap, which just shows insane strength for a coin of that age. You can see from here, from 25 million, it just ran in a straight line to a 10x. And if you consider the company that this coin keeps with Pepe, Andy, and Brett, you'd have to think that as a narrative, that's a pretty strong one, especially if you think Pepe is going to continue running, which I think it will. I think over time Pepe will, in my opinion, it will overtake Shiba Inu, which is currently, I believe, the second highest market cap meme coin. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, so you can see so Pepe currently is a 2x, around a 2.5x away from overtaking Shiba, but I think the Shiba narrative is not very strong in this current market, and I believe Pepe and the existing Boys Club coins will be a stronger narrative going into a deeper bull run, and I'd rather position into those. So one way you could do that would be just to have a basket of all 4 coins, call it your Boys Club basket. Or if you think Pepe is maybe too high market cap, maybe go for the smaller ones if you think they're going to be beta to Pepe. And when I talk about beta, I mean when Pepe runs, all the Boys Club coins should run as well. Or when Brett runs, then the other 3 coins should run as well. If you look at Pepe means it everywhere over the internet. So I think it's a narrative that's going to stay and continue trending. So as I was talking about with Billy and RSI pushes above the 50, a very nice trade here would have been when the RSI on the 1 hour chart broke over 50. You could have tried to ride the trend for as long as you could. At the minute, because he went in a straight 10x, I think at the minute it's had, I think from the top, it's had a roughly 25 to 30% correction, which if you believe that Landwolf is going to keep running and running, it's not a bad area to start building your position if you want to build long-term spot bags for the future. Or you can potentially buy a little bit now and then add onto the dip into this demand zone here, I think that could, if the RSI reaches no oversold level, which is minus 30, and that corresponds with a dip into this demand area, that would be a good time to buy some spot land wolf for the longer term narrative. As I said, I like to trade attention, volume, and narratives. I think the biggest narrative for the rest of the year will be the American presidential election, which is why I'm going to show you the MAGA meme coin on Ethereum, which is basically the red hat that Donald Trump wears that says "Make America Great Again." CoinGecko calls political meme coins politify coins, and as you can see, the MAGA hat coin is currently the third highest market cap coin in this category, and it also is currently the highest trending one. I believe, even though there's loads of Trump and political coins at the minute, and even though it's the third highest market cap, there's a few reasons why I believe that MAGA is going to have one of the strongest runs throughout this whole presidential election run-up. So this was a rally that Trump did on about 2-3 days ago, and you can see, and I notice it's common in his rallies that he does all of his speeches wearing the MAGA hat, which is the exact meme that the coin is representing. And he also mentioned MAGA a lot as well. So I'll play this and hopefully it comes through.
Day one of my new administration, we will throw out Bidenomics and replace it with MAGAnomics.
So you can see, I think he's going to just keep saying MAGAnomics, MAGAnomics, MAGAnomics throughout his campaign. So MAGA's already a huge Trump term, but it's just going to be in everyone's head again and again and again, which is max attention, which is what we like to trade. The first debate between Biden and Trump is happening in, well, this is UK time, so in America it would be the 26th of June, I believe. So let's say 5 days time, which is the eyes of the whole world is going to be on that debate, Biden and Trump. So I think the coin is going to have a run up to then, and it's already doing that now. It's already, today it's up 16%, and I'm going to go through the chart now and show you what I see. So we can see he had a crazy run up from 4 million market cap all the way to 300, and then it dipped to around 75. So like I mentioned earlier, you get the 70% correction, 75% correction, and MAGA's done this twice now, I believe. Yep. So it's the existing pattern, but it looks like this area of demand, where's my brush? So that low has stayed, and it looks like we're bouncing away from that low now. So that was a low there, and this looks like it was a lower high, and I think MAGA is going to push with the attention with the presidential debate over the next few days. For me, this is a no-brainer trade considering the attention and the volume and the number of exchanges that MAGA has as well. So MAGA's already on some, not the biggest exchanges, but some pretty big ones. You have Gate.io and Huobi Exchange, which are commonly Chinese exchanges, but it's already on around 25 exchanges, and that's without Bybit, Binance, and Coinbase and Crypto.com, Robinhood, those kind of ones. I'm not sure if the super big exchanges take political coins, but there's still room for it to grow onto those exchanges. And there's something that happened this week with MAGA, which I think will help it go onto these tier 1 exchanges. So earlier this week, they formed a partnership with DWF Labs, who are one of the biggest market market making firms in crypto. Anyone who knows crypto knows that their coins have a tendency to pump really hard over time. So they had a partnership with Bonk and Floki, and they were both 1 billion plus market cap coins at a minimum. So I think this development, considering the existing exchanges that MAGA has, it's just so much volume and all the attention is going to come as well. I just don't see how it doesn't keep going up over the next, especially the next week, but until the election in November as well. And there's also another presidential debate happening, I believe, the end of September. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a run up and then a dip in between then, but I think it's going to run up again for the September debate, which would be a good time to be positioned in before it happens. And it's not just me that thinks this either. So if you're not a follower of UniPCS on Twitter, then do so. He's the meme coin god. I think he has a $10 million plus profit on Bonk so far, and I know he has a position in MAGA from 4 million market cap, which he's still holding, which you can still see from his address. And he just reposted what I've been talking about, which is the attention for the debate on the 27th is going to be huge. And if the meme coin god says he expects $1 billion political meme coins, I think that MAGA is very well positioned to become one of those, or the $1 billion meme coin, political meme coin. This last meme coin is incredibly degen to gamble on, but I think there's some good risk reward. So Elon Musk has his company Neuralink, which I believe makes computer interfaces where people can control computer interfaces using their brain if they're disabled or paralyzed. And 2 days ago there was a guy who made a meme purely using his Neuralink.
Hey, get that out of my face. I'm doing important work here.
So he made this cat meme using the Neuralink connection, and of course all the degens turned that into a coin called NeuroCat. And like I said, it's a very risky play, but I'll discuss why I think that there might be some upside to it. So for 4.5 million and with an Elon Musk associated meme, there's a whole history with Elon Musk and meme coins, of course with Dogecoin, but we've also had Grok, which ran to 60 million. More recently we had Byte, which I think ran, I would guess, 25 million. So if you have NeuroCat around 4.5 million and Elon's history with interacting with memes, I think there could be a shot that it goes, whereas Byte 2 to 3x, which is worth a gamble, I think. So you can see he had the usual corrections. The RSI is pushed above the 50 and it's dipping at the minute. I think if you're going to play this, you have to play smaller than you usually would. Don't go all in. But the risk is worth the reward. So because it only came out less than 2 days ago, the volatility is going to be insane on this coin. So you have to position your buys pretty well. But I think if you just buy a stack and then leave it for a while, and you'll just be praying that Elon interacts with the coin. But that's the gamble that we take, and you try and get a few X's and then sell it, unless you think the meme has even more staying power, which I'm yet to decide if it does. So let's have a quick look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin from the highs has just been in a range, so you can see, if I can find my rectangle, there it is, from the all-time high to around just under 60k. It's just been ranging since March, and it just continues to range, chop everybody up. So I think you just have to wait for either side to break. One thing I'm looking at though is the RSI on the daily chart. It's very close to hitting the oversold level, which is minus 30, and which is the red levels on the indicator. So the last two areas when it's gone oversold have been amazing buys for Bitcoin. And with the Bitcoin ETF and the buy pressure that's always going to be there from the ETF flows, I still think an oversold Bitcoin is a very good long opportunity. I think if that happens, it would push Bitcoin to 60 or below again, but I think that would be a good long. So you can see today we had the news that the Ethereum ETF is pretty much done. They've announced all their fees, what their ETF fees are going to be. So I think it's expected to launch very early July, which is why you can see ETH BTC is quite strong today. If you don't know what ETH BTC is, it's the strength of ETH against Bitcoin, and you can see it's been in an uptrend for a while because of the Ethereum ETF. I expect that to continue. So you can see Ethereum is looking like it wants to move up compared to Bitcoin, which has been more steadily going down. But I think people are waiting to see what the inflows are going to be like for the Ethereum ETF. If the flows end up being pretty good, then I think there's a good chance that we get a decent alt season, as ETH tends to lead alt seasons, and then that'll be the time where there'll be a lot of fun to be had in the markets. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching my first video. If you have any feedback, please let me know in the comments. I'm trying to learn editing and thumbnails, so hopefully I can get better at that, and hopefully I can get better at my delivery. But please give me any feedback, and have a good day.